and I'm back in the next video. Imagine that. So I want to talk about gray rock, what it is and why it's important. So the gray rock technique gets its name from sort of a visual of how you should be. So what is a gray rock? A gray rock is just an ordinary, uninteresting stone on the ground. You'll see it in, flower beds, landscaping. It's very uninteresting. It's there, but it's sort of uninteresting and not really serving any useful purpose. In other videos, I've sort of compared it to when you're at the game, watching the game, every team has a mascot, right? And you see the mascot, and most every team has one, and you're pretty sure that, you're not really quite sure what it is that they do. They're running around doing something. You see the mascots going around doing something, but it's not really part of the game, right? And so that's kind of sort of what being a gray rock is you're there, you're someone that the narcissist sees, they can interact with and speak to, but they're not really quite sure what sort of purpose you could possibly serve to them ever. And that's the purpose of it. So how does it work? Well, you need to understand one thing, that narcissists feed their ego by feeling superior. One of the ways that they feel superior is through conflict. And if you have someone who is extremely disordered, with narcissistic personality disorder, what they do, and this is key, they will prove their superiority by starting a conflict and them knowingly starting from being in the wrong. And so they're actually going to purposefully start a fight knowing full well that they are wrong, and they are going to argue you into submission and beat you into submission on a wrong premise, because they're going to think, I'm so superior to you, you're such an idiot, and I'm so much smarter than you, then watch, look, literally, look, I can be blatantly in the wrong, and yet I can still beat you in an argument. I can out-argue you and still be wrong because I'm that awesome. That's what makes them so frustrating, is because they want to be in conflict. They want your universe to be unbalanced. They want there to be no peace, because producing that effect gives them their feelings of superiority. Like, I have full control over your life. I have full control over your happiness and your sadness and your anger and your frustration, right? And they demonstrate and prove that all the time when they love bomb you and they make you feel happy, and then they'll start a fight being wrong and cause a great deal of misery. And that's what they do. So with that in mind, when they come to you for conflict, or even love bombing, or anything in general, gray rock technique is really a fancy term for just take it way down like 5 notches. You got to have just a very uninteresting reaction to anything. So they come in and they're like, well, for example, they're coming in and starting to fight over something that one of their friends supposedly said that you did something, and they're all angry, and Bob said that you did blah 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 blah, and now Bob hates you and all that stuff. And you say, well, that's Bob's problem if he feels that way. Bob has the right to feel the way he feels. That it's like, really, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, I mean, what do you want me to do about Bob's feelings? It's like, Bob's a grown man. Why don't you work at things out with Bob? So, okay, well, that's your, and they're like, well, it's too late. The damage is already done, blah, blah, blah. And I say, well, okay, well, that's your attitude. I like Bob. I'm still probably going to be friends with him, but whatever, Or they start, trying to make you jealous of a coworker, male or female coworker. Jane was really putting it out there. She was flirting, she was touching my arm, all that stuff. It'd just be like, okay, yeah, she seems nice. You know, when you go out, they start flirting with the waiter or the waitress, you know, or you know, trying to look good and flirting with all these people. You know, they know full well what they're doing, and so you just don't let it affect you, and you say, yeah, you know, it seems nice. You don't get caught up in the jealousy. You just care less. If anything, like when they're flirting and acting, you know, like they like people, you just go up and be like, all right, cool. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go over to the bar and hang out over there. You know, you need to do your own thing. And so, anyways, that's the Grey Rock technique in a nutshell. A lot of it just has to do with okay. Simply that. You just say okay. You know, you have to detach them from that conflict. They're gonna attack you. It's gonna hurt. And you say, I understand that you just want to have a fight right now and you want to attack. I'm fine with it. Look, you need to do what you feel is best. Okay? Whatever it is you feel is best, that's what you need to do, and I'll support it. I understand you're upset. You know, I don't have the right to tell you how you feel or how you should feel. But if you just do whatever you feel is best, and I'll support you. And that's it. It's very difficult for them to continue a fight after you say you need to do what you feel is best, and if that's what you feel is best, that's what you should do. Very, very difficult. You know. So you said something to Bob, and now Bob's pissed off. Say, well, then you need to do whatever you feel is best about it. You know, whatever it is you want to do about it, let me know. I'll support you. You know what they're gonna say, something like, you know, now I'm gonna have to take your credit cards away from you. You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to beat your ass. Be like, is that what you feel is best? You know, that's the other thing. If they're gonna come at you with like a big major threat, you know, if they want to be terrible, this is the thing. If they want to be terrible, let them be terrible, because they're already terrible anyways. You don't need to be living under the threat of something terrible. They're already terrible. You'll find out that most of the time they know what's going too far. They won't actually do it. They're a lot of talk. Most of them, they are the ones who are physically violent, and I always want to throw that in there. You know your narc better than anyone, you know. But if they've never been physically violent before, that doesn't mean that they can't be. On the other hand, it means that they're also likely to back down if it comes to carrying out their threats. So there's that. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to continue the series in the next video. Please like, comment, or share, and we'll see you there.